Today's news from Ukraine. At night, drones attacked a very elite village called Rublowkę. Last night at approximately 3 o'clock in the western suburbs of Moscow, Istrinsky district in the legendary Rublowkę, powerful explosions were heard, which were massively reported on social networks by local residents. They also released a video with a strong fire and the sounds of powerful explosions. It seems there were 2 of them, and a little later, they were additionally circulated by electronic mass media and telegram channels. The mayor of the capital of the Russian Federation, Siergiej Sobianin, explained the situation by the downing of the occupants' unmanned aerial vehicle by anti-aircraft defense. According to him, there were no previous injuries or damage. It is not clear what was burning so badly. 2 consecutive powerful explosions really resembled the activation of an anti-aircraft missile system, first the launch of the missile, and then its explosion. However, people speculate that there were several drones. All airports around Moscow stopped their work for a while. Rublowkę is the unofficial name of the area to the west of Moscow, built up with dachas of the former Soviet elite, fashionable cottage villages and residences of high-ranking state officials. On Rublowkę, the most expensive land in the Moscow region and Russia, one of the residential buildings located there, according to Forbes magazine, is among the 5 most expensive in the world. Drone attack on Crimea. The occupiers suffer heavy losses. Residents of Crimea do not believe that the anti-aircraft defense of the Russian occupiers neutralized all 42 attack drones that attacked the peninsula last night. The Ministry of Defense of the Russian Federation said that 33 barrage munitions were suppressed by electronic warfare and then crashed without reaching their targets, and another 9 were shot down. As expected, the information of the Ministry of Defense of Russia about the neutralization without consequences of all 42 barrage munitions that Ukraine released on the bases of the Russian invaders in the occupied Crimea turned out to be false. Thus, the Crimean Wind Telegram channel, with reference to local residents, said that at the base of a separate Coast Guard brigade in Pervolyne, as a result of a night attack, 3 occupiers were killed and many were wounded. The latter were taken to the hospital in Simferopol along Gorky Street. In addition, residents of Sevastopol point out that ambulances are constantly coming to the local military hospital today, probably from other military bases, and 410 cars were standing in line to the Crimean bridge near Kerch to leave for Russia at noon. Meanwhile, most experts noted that the attack of drones on the peninsula has become a record number, and Ukrainian power speakers directly say that there will be more to come. Successful counteroffensive of the armed forces of Ukraine in the Zaporizhia direction. The command of the occupiers left the city of Tokmak. The words of the commander-in-chief of the country's armed forces, Valery Zaluzny, that the Ukrainian military is on the verge of breaking through the front, as if told to American officials, received a wide response in the Ukrainian blogosphere. As military experts report, the Zaporozhian direction, the front of the orcs is gradually gathering. This is noted by the guys from different brigades in Zaporizhia. And the optimism of the partisan Ukrainian Crimean Tatar movement Atesh is generally off the charts. Our sources in Russia report problems on the Zaporizhia section of the front. In the direction of the main blow of the Ukrainian breakthrough to the south of Robotyne, the Russians are on the verge of retreat. The Russian motorized rifle regiment suffered irreparable losses of 8,200 from the number of the entire unit. The situation is no better in another motorized rifle regiment. Reserves are running out. In Tokmak, as a result of a series of hits on the command posts, the Russian command decided to move them deep into the occupied territories. It seems that they do not believe in holding Tokmak, despite the organized circular defense around the city. The front has faltered and soon we will witness historic victories. Some Rashists also succumb to panic and are already reporting that the defense forces have already liberated Novoprokopivka south of Robotyne.